Going over to my mom's house, which, is like 2 towns over or whatever, or something like that. I had a couple of job interviews, so she was going to help me out and take me around. While I am at the job interviews, now listen to this. I hooked up the camera, the same very camera that I had in the house when I lived with, what's his face? What's her name? What's his face? I don't know. It doesn't matter. I hooked it up because these people wouldn't let me put a lock on my door. So I thought there was something fishy about that. So anyway, Sunday night I set up the camera. And Monday I'm with my family, like I said. And my phone is like going off like crazy. And it says my Wise Cam has got some activities. So I'm like, all right. I check it out. I see my fucking landlord in my room, the guy. Hold on, Mistress was lighting a cigarette. So, I'm like, what the fuck is this guy doing in my room? So I'm looking at the camera. He goes in my room and he shuts the fans off. Now, mind you, this fucking house was a basement and they had no air conditioning. And literally, I felt like I lived in fucking Africa. That's how fucking hot it was. So my family took me to Home Depot and I got like a couple of fans. I had a window fan and this tall, big fan, like a cyclone thing. And let me tell you, my room was the coldest room in the house. One night, I actually had to put 2 blankets on. Right? So anyway, I left the fans on because when I wanted to come home to a cool room, not fucking, this fucking guy goes in my fucking room and turns my fans off. And then I see him kind of snooping around in some of my stuff. And then he leaves. Fucking 10 minutes later, their 14-year-old daughter goes in my fucking room, steals some candy from my thing, walks right near the camera, bends down, her face is in the camera, and she steals bananas out of this bag that I had in there, right? And she must have did it like 3 or 4 fucking times. And listen, not to be a fucking dick, but I just gave them like $950. Why are they fucking stealing food from my room? And, honestly, I kind of felt violated. So I told my mother, I said, listen, let's drop the kids off and you're going to come back over there with me and I'm going to be really fucking, So I had told my mother, I said, I don't want to stay there at all. So we go there and I have this conversation saying what I'm talking about. And I tell them, I said, listen, you and her and your niño was in my room. And he goes, no. I said, yes. I said, you are a liar. I have you on camera, dude. So when I showed them the video footage, they were fucking, the wife was like, because I guess she was at work she was working. And she felt very bad. She's like, oh my God, I'm so sorry. She goes, you're 100% right. I said, your fucking family has no boundaries. Once you took that money from me, you have no business going in that fucking room ever again. So basically, blah, 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 this and that. And I packed all my shit and I moved out of there. So believe it or not, it's kind of a funny story. I have some good friends that I went to high school with, girls, and they're camping at this park. I'm not going to say where. And I've been camping in their tents with them for the past, 4 days. Wait, when did I camp here? Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday. Yeah, 5 days. I've been staying in their camp with them. We've been hanging out. They're actually at work right now. They left. And I'm going to be leaving here about noon, and I'm going to be going with my family. And believe it or not, I got a job and a place to live, and my life is going to start over again today. So that's why Mistress is doing a pre-recorded show, because I'm going to be very busy later. So I'm very happy, actually. I'm kind of missing some things, and I'll admit it, but I will never go back to that because let me tell you, that was fucking terrible. All of my family and friends said that if I had attempted to go back to this person, they wouldn't talk to me anymore. And quite honestly, all of my friends who I haven't seen in a very long time because, he forbid me to talk to anybody, they all told me, dude, you can't fucking go back to that person. That person's a fucking jackass. No way. I mean, look, I hate to say it, maybe it was better this way in the end because I technically should have left when he tried to marry that person behind my back last year. It's funny. He didn't want to marry me. Told me I wasn't ready for marriage, but yet he tried to marry a young boy from Tinder, and I have proof that he fucking did it. So, I mean, text messages, smex messages, you still were trying to have a relationship with somebody other than me, and that's the fucked up part. So, and then he gets mad and says, well, you tried to move in with this person. No, I didn't. The person that I had the little fling with, or the open relationship with, I had made a funny joke to this person. I said, watch, he's going to kick me out of the house and I'm going to be homeless and have nowhere to live and I might have to move in with you. It was a joke. We were joking. And I told somebody this, and this person went back and told him all these months later. And I said to him, look, believe what you want to believe. I should have left your ass years ago. All my friends and family told me to leave his ass. So you know what? It just took me a little while to catch up. And now I realize that, yeah, I'm struggling a little bit. But you know what? I can do whatever I want. I'm back to doing phone sex. I'm doing cams now. I'm going to Exxxotica. The network is going to Exxxotica. My slave Eric is driving me. Mistress Black Velvet's going with her slave. We're going to have a lot of fun. And I'm going to forget all about the bullshit that happened to me over the last 10 months. And you know why? Because now Mistress Candy is back, bitches. Nobody is going to tell me what I can and can't do. And if you want to be a slave to me, whether it's a domestic servant or you want to help Mistress like in other ways, you can email me at MistressCandy1969 at gmail.com, or you can send me a message at BDSM Alive Radio at gmail.com. Okay? So, I basically have those two email addresses. Or you can go to any of my social media, which is Twitter at MistressC69 or at BDSM Alive Radio or at the Whip Appeal Show on Twitter. And Facebook, I have all three pages also. I have the Whip Appeal, I have BDSM Alive Radio Network, and I also have a new Mistress Candy69 fan page. Because a couple of months back, I think I got locked out of my Facebook page, or I think somebody tried to hack into it, and then whatever. So I have a new Facebook, but they won't let me have access to my old Mistress Candy page, so I had to make a new one. So if you're on Facebook and you want to follow, like, share, it's facebook.com/TheRealMistressCandy69. So there's two of them. One of them I don't have access to, so I had asked a submissive of mine from years yonder to make a post on there that I have a new page. And thank you, Marcy, for doing that, by the way. So, I don't know. I feel much happier. I'm less stressed out. I joined a gym here. It's kind of a funny story. I'm not going to say what gym it is, but for those who are my friends and fans and followers, you'll see it. But the gym was glad that I was back, and I have a new home at the gym, which is great. I go there like 3 times a week, and I go there around my new work schedule, of course, and I'm going to have a great new life, and I'm going to be happier, and I'm just loving life now. How's that, right? So, it kind of sucks when you're in a relationship with somebody for that long and, things go south. And then there's really, you try to do everything under the sun to fix, but you can't fix what's broken. You can to some degree, but I don't think this person wanted this shit to be fixed. I think he really wanted me out of there so he can turn the house into a male brothel or male prostitute station. And you know what? Look, life is a learning experience. So you live and you learn, and you try to not associate yourself with narcissists any longer. So, I don't know. But I have to really say, I want to thank our sponsors, Spunk Lube. You guys are great. You've been sponsoring the network for quite a number of years yet now. And if anybody is interested in getting lubricant, they are the best company to get lubricant from. I think I even have a commercial. Let me see. I thought I made a new commercial, but I'm not sure where it is now. It might be this one, but I don't want to play it and be wrong. So let's see. That's not it. it. That was one of my new intros that I had made for the show. Sorry, that wasn't it. Oh, this little baby bird. At the campsite here, it's cool. I get to see all kinds of wildlife. There's a tent, 2 tents down from us, and it's got this rowdy family, and it's quite hilarious. It's kind of fun. I haven't been sleeping in a tent in a long time. So, hey, listen, I have to do what I have to do, but the weather's been great, and then I've been going to my family and seeing my kids every day, and I've been seeing a ton of friends, and I've been going to the gym, and oh my God, I've been having a really good life, I have to say, since I left. I don't have to, hide my phone. Not that I was doing anything anyway, but, now that I'm not there anymore, I can basically do whatever the fuck I want and be free. So Mistress is free, finally. And I'm going to be going back to doing pro-dom sessions in a couple of weeks. I don't have a play space, but if you want to pay for, a hotel room so I could whip your ass, I'm cool with that. So, actually, this coming week, I have to go back to where I used to live because I have a doctor's appointment out there. So I'm going to have my slave take me to my storage unit, and I'm going to get some stuff for Exxxotica, like my clothes and my boots and my whips and my suitcases and a whole bunch of stuff, because the BDSM Alive Radio Network is going to be at Exxxotica doing media coverage for the show again this year. It is in Edison, New Jersey. It's October 21st to the 21st, 22nd, and 23rd. So it's October 21st to the 23rd in Edison, New Jersey at 96 Sunfield Avenue in Edison. And if you're interested in buying tickets, it's www.exxxoticaexpo.com. So it's exxoticaexpo.com. Get your passes now. There's hotels nearby if you're going to be coming from out of town. I'm going to be staying in a hotel there with my slave. Mistress Black Velvet is going to be joining me, I think, in my room with her slave. And then, so that's the network. And we're going to be walking around and interviewing all sorts of funky people and giving the best coverage for Exxxotica Expo. So thank you, Alexandra, for inviting me to come back, I must say. And look at that. So get your tickets. If you've never gone to one, really go to them. It's a big convention dedicated to love and sex, and there's porn, and they have a big fetish section. So, Mistress Candy is going to be walking around cracking her whips, and it's going to be a lot of fun. So if anybody is interested in meeting me in person at Exxxotica, you can go to any of my fan pages, or you can even call the radio show number from the convention. I have it, so I'll be answering it there. So the number for the show is 516-406-3512, and you can even text that number. So if you're at the Exxxotica Convention Center in Edison, New Jersey in October, the weekend of October 21st to the 23rd, and you would like, you hear those locusts, you would like to meet me in person, you can text me from the radio show number, and I will absolutely be happy to meet with you in person. Now, I may have a bodyguard or two with me, but other than that, you should be good. So, yeah, I'm actually going to have some other friends come too, and they're going to kind of protect me from crazies, if you catch my drift. So, Oop, this door opens over here. I have to close that. Hold on a second. Okay. So Mistress is doing her show from outdoors here, and it's pretty, it's 9 o'clock in the morning now, as I just looked. I've been doing this show for about 42 minutes now. And the sun is coming out. It's starting to get warm. And I'm going to have to go on down to the shower at the campsite here, which they have a really beautiful bathroom, believe it or not. And the showers, and they have tubs, and it's kind of cool. And so I'll be heading on down there. It's like walking distance, like 5 minutes away. And I'll take a shower, and I'll get dressed, and I'll pack up my stuff to be ready on my journey. I'm moving into my new place about 1 o'clock. And then I'm going to rest and unpack and clean. And then my slave is supposed to pick me up and bring me out to dinner. I'm supposed to go meet some friends tonight. So Mistress decided that she's doing